That's some really unfortunate, rather disturbing news for former LSU football coach Les Miles. He was accused of inappropriate behavior towards female students. Um, Seems like every day there's something going on with this Mario.
I agree.
There is a quote from the statement provided by his attorney, Peter Ginsburg, and it says that this should put an end to the baseless, inaccurate media reports that Coach Les Miles engaged in inappropriate touching of an athletic department student volunteer 8 years ago. So this was back in 2013. But it's still relatively important. As the report concludes, the allegation that Coach Miles attempted to kiss the woman was supported by no evidence and warranted no discipline. We do not believe under existing law and the terms of the contract that there is a cause to discipline and or terminate Coach Miles since he's not even coaching the team anymore. Coach Miles denies then, as he denies now, that any such conduct occurred. Obviously, of course, he denied it, but it also says that he was mentoring young women for the college and that they needed to have a quote certain look. That's just messed up, but yeah. And it also said that he would go out with them at least once a night, contact them via Facebook and text, and he would kiss at least one of them, which is just. And this was reported by Heather Dinich, who was an ESPN senior writer. So, Mario, since you called me the professional yeller in the Mickey Callaway video, we start off with this, okay? Really? Some could argue, oh, those are college. Yeah, it doesn't matter, dude. It really doesn't matter. Why are you doing this? It seems like every day I'm sitting up here. At this point, dude, I can't even yell. It's damn near 10:47 in the morning. I gotta keep it down, and I wish it was in the afternoon so I could, but I can't yell right now because it's in the morning. So no yelling, unfortunately. But look. It seems like every day we sit up here and we tell you guys this is messed up. Y'all need to stop doing this, man. You're a head coach for LSU. For their football program. I mean, what else do you want? And then in your free time, I mean, obviously he denies it, but the investigation says that that's what he was doing. So obviously, even despite him denying it, the investigation found out that that's what he was doing. So deny it all you want, but that's just the final case. That's the final verdict. But obviously obviously now they can give him a punishment, but they can't fire him or terminate his contract because he doesn't even coach the team anymore. So, that's out of the conversation. As for punishment, I mean, they could go as far as punishing him from school altogether. Even going as far as making a court case or whatever the case might do. Go do what you got to do. But you're a head coach for a football team, coaching future NFL stars, or most of them going to be future NFL stars anyway. Why are you doing this? What's the point? Why? I don't get it. I just don't. I don't get it. I know some people are going to be up there saying, "Oh, well, when they're in college, they're above 18 years old." That's not the point here. I don't know how old Les Miles is. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Mario. Probably in his like 50s. I don't know. You guys can correct me in the comments on that. Doesn't really say how old he is in the article, but it doesn't at this point. It doesn't even matter about age. The fact that you're doing this with students. I mean, come on now, dude. I mean, if they were normal adults, I'm not gonna judge you. Go out there and do what you want to do. Just don't rape them or sexually assault them or anything. Just, do it right. But they're students, and you're a coach. If that isn't messed up, I don't know what is. Like, like this reminds me a lot about the cases that I've seen about students and teachers going out and having sex. Like it's just disturbing. It's really disturbing, and honestly, I do apologize for the women involved in this. I mean, some people can make a case saying, "Oh yeah, the women enjoyed it or whatever," but it doesn't say that in here, so I can't tell you what their point of view is. I'm not the woman, so I can't tell you whether or not I was disturbed by it, or they was disturbed by it, or they enjoyed it. Because I'm not the woman. I wasn't there, and I'm not in their point of view, and it doesn't even explain how they really felt in the article. So, you know, you can make the case, but again, you're not in their point of view, so who is you to judge them, So with that being said, I do apologize to the women involved in this, and I do wish them the best of luck moving forward with this case. So I'll pass it on to you now, Mario.
Yeah, I'll start off right there. Best of luck to the women who were affected by this. We're going to Miles. Going to Miles. See, I completely agree with you, Nate. You said everything clearly, but there's one thing that I want to say. Okay, he denies these allegations. Okay, a lot of the evidence coming out there, like they're voiced. He did this. He did that. There's not really evidence to support that he did any of this. So it's a he said versus she said thing. Okay, we're not going to predict who. Okay, this isn't a game where we predict or a fight where we predict who's gonna win a court case and who's not. That's kind of messed up. What I will say is this. Okay, I'm gonna go through both scenarios. Okay, if he did do it, okay, shame on him. You're obviously a head coach. There's no need to be kissing female students. There's no need to be hiring them based off of a certain look. So or like not, I wouldn't want to say hire, that's the wrong word, because when you get hired, you get paid. There's no need to like um look for certain looks in women, like it doesn't make any sense. Especially when especially when their job was to mentor people. Now, suppose if he didn't do it, okay, then obviously these are allegations from somebody who probably had a grudge out for him, who probably doesn't like the guy too much. There's probably allegations from people like that. But again, there's not a lot they can do right now. It's like there's not a lot they can do right now. He's no longer a coach at LSU, so like you said, they could bar him from coming to they could stop him, ban him from coming to the college. They could go through a court case to see if he actually did this stuff. But to be honest with you, you can get witnesses and everything, but I don't know what you're gonna get as far as evidence. Which is why it makes it so tough. But I mean, the whole point, man, the whole point of the reason why we talk about this is we say the same thing. We have to talk about it, A, but B, this is simply remind people, make the right choices. You have a good job. The best, you have a head coaching job at one of the most prestigious football schools in the nation. The best thing for you to do is probably not kiss a female girl student. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but it's not the best thing. It's not the best thing you could do. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you look good. The best thing for you to do is not tell them we're looking for people with a certain look. It's not the best thing for you to say. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, Les can't lose his job off of this because he doesn't have a job no more there. That head coaching job belongs to Ed Orgeron, who's a very, very good head coach himself. But I mean, let this be a lesson, everybody. Okay, you got to be very careful. You got to make the right choices in life. We can joke, or we stand here and we joke around, but we're very cautious with our jokes. We're not going to say nothing screwed up on here. Because we enjoy doing this. We don't want to jeopardize that. We have certain lives of our own. We don't want to jeopardize those lives. So that being said, let this be a lesson, everybody. Make the right choices because the wrong choices could end up leading you to some bad trouble.